Well, regardless if you're working or not today, any lunch break is going to be inside.
Yeah,
likely.
For sure. Definitely a wet one for us on this Saturday. If you're just getting up and you're anywhere near the Philadelphia area, you know that the rain is coming down. And our weather watchers, they're all hanging out across the Philly area this morning, and they're waking up to temperatures that are a little bit above average, definitely cooler than they have been the last couple of mornings, but still on the higher side compared to where we should be, up into the 60s. It's 63 a little bit north of the city towards Lou's house. It's at 64 degrees at Ed's house. He's got a little bit of rain out there as well to go along with that temperature of 64. Now, if you're south of Philly in Wilmington or just south of the Wilmington area in Newark, Delaware, Dolores is 71 degrees. She doesn't have any rain, just some cloud cover. And that's what we're seeing. If you're south of the city where that rain hasn't come down just yet, it's definitely a little bit warmer. Let's head up into Bucks County, 67 degrees as we head towards Megan's house. She's in Richboro. Again, heavier rain falling for her right now with that 67. Again, just in the southern parts of Bucks County in the Richboro area. We'll head out to the tropics too, because we're still tracking Tropical Storm Florence, currently a tropical storm. It's going to track westward as we go through the next couple of days. And as it does, it's going to move into an area of favorable development, as we like to say. And that means that it's going to go from a tropical storm most likely back up to a hurricane and maybe even a major storm before this makes its approach towards the Atlantic coastline. So it's going to most likely miss Bermuda to the south. But again, in this area, just south of the Bermuda area, that's where we're going to see that higher sea surface temperature. We're going to get rid of what we call upper level wind shear, and that's going to lead to rapid intensification. So this is what we know so far while we continue to watch Florence. As I said, it's going to most likely re-strengthen, and it could even become a major hurricane once again. It's already been up into that category 3 or higher status a little bit earlier last week. It's now again back down to a tropical storm, but it's most likely going to re-strengthen into that major status as we go through Sunday, Monday, and maybe Tuesday of next week. Now, it may threaten the eastern seaboard. That threat is going to come a little bit later on, kind of in that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday time frame. We're still not totally sure, though, exactly where this is going to be along the coastline or exactly when it could potentially see some of those direct impacts. So it's not time to panic, especially across the Jersey Shore down into the Delaware beaches. Definitely not time to panic here, but it is a good time. Make your plan if you don't have one. And if you do have a plan, which hopefully you already do if you're along the shore points, you just want to review that plan for the coming days. Now, while we're a little bit uncertain for this track is because there's still a big area of high pressure. We call it a Bermuda high sitting out over the northern Atlantic and spiraling there. That high is going to start to break down, but then another area of high pressure is kind of going to settle in over top of the New England area, and those two systems are going to kind of interact, and it's going to steer this tropical storm as it works its way towards the east coast. But what will most likely happen is their highs are going to be strong enough that it's going to push this storm a little bit further to the south. So right now we're looking at the southern parts of the eastern seaboard. But again, there is a chance that this could still break out to sea if these two areas of high pressure do break down even more. Storm scan 3 for us currently. It's just a definite moist start to the day. Some showers, not too much thunderstorm activity, but more moderate rainfall for us across Chester County, back up towards Bucks County into Mercer parts of Jersey as well. And as we go through the next couple of hours, again, we're still looking for that shower activity, but we could get a little bit of a break in the action, especially at points in the early to mid afternoon. I don't know if we'll be completely dry across the entire region like future weather is painting right now, but again, maybe not a chance for a total washout of a day, but then we do get a little bit more wet force on Sunday, and that's when we could see the heaviest rain, possibly even as much as 1.5 to even close to 2.5 inches of rain before our system is completely gone. 7-day forecast, 70s today, Jan, 60s tomorrow, and then we warm it back up, it looks like, next week.